Hello children, it is fourth multiple choice questions based model question paper given by Office of the Deputy Director of Public Instruction, Chamarajanagar district. Now let us solve this question paper. The question number first. The nth term of arithmetic progression is an equals 5n minus 5. Then the fifth term is here a5 we have to find out. An is given. A5 equals 5 into, in the place of n we have to write 5. You write 5 minus 5. Then it becomes 25 minus 5 which is equals to 20. So you got the answer option D. Option D which is equals to 20. So you note down the answer option D. Then you take the second question. The first term P and common difference Q, nth term of NAP is. Nth term of NAP is. Here first term is P and common difference is D. Then nth term. You know the formula for nth term, that is An equals A plus n minus 1 into D. So in the place of A you write P plus n. N you write n only, n minus 1 into D you write Q. So it is P plus n minus 1 into Q. So you take option C, P plus n minus 1 into Q. Option C is the answer. Then you take the question number 3. Question number 3. What is that question? For natural numbers, the value of S20 minus S40 is. For natural numbers, S50 minus S40. Here S50 means 50 into 50 plus 1 by 2 minus S40, 40 into 40 plus 1 by 2. So it is 2 ones are 2 25s are 25 into 51. Then you will get 25 ones are 25, 25 fives are 125, 125 plus 2, 127. Here is 2 ones are 2 20s are 20 into 41, 41 twos are 82, 820, subtract 820. So you will get 7 minus 2 is 5 and 12 minus 8 is 4. You got the answer 455. What is the answer? 455. That is option C. Option C is the answer. So you got 455. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer. Option C. Next you take the question number 4. What is that question? Now the question number 4. The sum of 20 terms of NAP 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on is. Here sum of first 20 terms of AP 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on is asked. So A is 1 and D equals 2 minus 1 which is equals to 1. Then n equals 20. Then you write the formula Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N is 20, 20 by 2. So 2 into 1 plus n is 20, 20 minus 1 into d. D is 1. So 2 ones are 2 tens are 10 into 2 plus 20 minus 1 is 19. 19 into 1 is 19. So then it is 10 into 19 plus 2 is 21. 21 into 10 is 210. Then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. You note down option B. 210 is the answer. Next you take the question number 5. In the given figure, ST is parallel to QR, PS by SQ is equals to. PS by SQ is equals to PS by SQ. You know that PS by SQ is equals to PT by TR. Here where is the answer? Pt by Tr. Option B is the answer. Option B is the answer. Note down the answer. Option B. Next you take, if triangle AOB is similar to triangle COD and AB equals 3CD, then the ratio of triangle AOB and triangle COD is. Here you take the ratio AB by CD. AB by CD is equals to what? 3 by 1 you will get. If here you transfer CD here, you will get 3 by 1. Then here what they asked, the ratio of triangle AOB and triangle COD means ratio of their areas. So here you got the ratio of the sides is 3:1. 3:1 means area of the square becomes 3 square 9, 1 square 1, 9:1. Then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. Note down the answer. Option B. 9:1. So you take the question number 7. Choose the correct statement of basic proportionality theorem. First one, what is there? A line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides in the same ratio. If two triangles are similar, then the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. If line divides two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, that is, line is parallel to the third side. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Here you know that the last one, D is the Pythagoras theorem and C is the converse of the Thales theorem, and B is, if two triangles are similar, then the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. That is the property of the similar triangles. So here you can choose A as the answer. A line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle divides the other two sides in the same ratio. Divides the other two sides in the same ratio. So you note down the answer. Option A. Option A is the answer. Then you take question number 8. Identify the triplets of Pythagoras. Children, you must know the Pythagorean triplets. Here which one is the Pythagorean triplet? 6, 8, 11, it is not a Pythagorean triplet. And 7, 10, 12, it is also not a Pythagorean triplet. 2, 3, 5 is also not a Pythagorean triplet. And if you take it, square of 2 is 2, square of 3 is 3, and square of 5 is 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. So note down option D. Square of a number is equals to sum of the square of the other two numbers. Option D is the answer. Then you take the question number 9. In a graph representing a pair of linear equations, if the line intersect each other, then the equation have. In a graph representing a pair of linear equations, if the line intersect each other, then if the line intersect each other, they have unique solution. They have unique solution. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer. Option C. So option C is the answer. Now you take the next question. The line represented by 2x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0 and 4x plus 6y minus 18 equals 0 is. Here you let us find the ratio A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. So you take A1 by A2, 2 by 4, which is equals to 1 by 2, and B1 by B2, that is 3 by 6, which is equals to 1 by 2. Then you take C1 by C2 minus 9 by minus 18, which is also equals to 1 by 2. Here you got A1 by A2 equals B1 by B2 equals C1 by C2, all are equals to 1 by 2. Therefore, here you can say that they are having infinitely many solutions and they are the coincident lines. They are the coincident lines. So option D is the answer. Note down option D. Next you take question number 11. If the pair of linear equation x plus 2y equals 3 and 2x plus 4y equals k coincides, then the value of k is, Here if they coincides, you know that a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2. Then a1 by a2 is 1 by 2. b1 by b2 is also 1 by 2. That equals, you can take 3 by 4. 3 by, not 4, 3 by k. 3 by k. Then k equals, do the cross multiplication, 2 3 is 6. What is the value of k here? Here you got k equals 6. Option A is the answer. Note down the answer, option A. Next you take question number 12. X minus y equals 2 and x plus y equals 4. Solutions of these two linear equation. Here you take directly. If you take x minus y equals 2, if you add these two, plus y minus y cancels, 2x equals 4 plus 2 6. So you got x equals 3. Here where is x equals 3? Here is there. Then y is equals to, you know that if you put x equals 3, 3 minus y equals 2, then minus y equals 2 minus 3, which is equals to minus 1. So y is equals to 1. X equals 3 and y equals 1 is the answer, option D. Option D is the answer, 3 1. Question number 13. In the figure, the radius of the circle is equal to PQ, and then the value of angle POQ is, radius of the circle is equals to PQ. Here OP is equals to PQ. Then the angle of POQ. Here you know this measurement of this angle 90 degree, and OP equals OQ. OP is the radius and PQ is the tangent. OP equals OQ means these two angles are 45 degree, 45 degree. So what is the measurement of the angle POQ? That is 45 degree. Therefore option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. Then you take the question number 14. In the figure, angle APB equals 40 degree. Then find the value of angle AOP. Find the value of angle AOP. Here angle APB is 40 degree. Angle APB is 40 degree. Here what is asked? Angle AOP. Then what is the measurement of the angle AOB? That is 180 minus 40, 140 degree, and half of 140 is, this is 70 degree. Angle AOP is 70 degree. Therefore option, what is the answer? So option A is the answer. Note down the answer, option A. Then we take the question number 15. O is the center of the circle. From the external point Q, a tangent length 12 cm is drawn to the circle. If length OQ equals 13 cm, then radius of the circle is. Here the length of the tangent is given, that is 12 cm, and OQ is given, that is 13 cm. And what is asked? The radius of the circle. Here you know the Pythagorean triplets of the set 12, 13 and 5. So you know that this is 169. The square of 13 is 169, square of 12 is 144, and square of 5 is 25. 144 plus 29, you will get 169. Therefore here what is the answer? The radius is 5 cm. Option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Note down. Next you take the question number 16. P of 4 3. Find the distance of the point from x axis. Distance of the point from x axis, we have to take the y coordinates. So which is the y coordinates here? 3. So option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. Distance of the point from the x axis means we have to take the y coordinates. Therefore option D is the answer. Next you take the question number 17. Find the distance of this point 4, 3 from the origin. Here if you take the origin, here 4, 3 means it comes in the fourth quadrant. So here is a point. The distance from the origin means this one we have to find out, and you know that this is 4 and also this is -3. So the distance you can take 3 here. Distance you can take 3. Then again here you can use the Pythagorean triplets 4, 3, 5. So then what is the distance of this point from the origin? You can take that is 5 units. You can use the Pythagoras theorem, otherwise you know the Pythagorean triplet, directly you can identify the answer. Option B is the answer. Next you take question number 18. 3, 8, minus 7, 4. Find the midpoints of the line joining these 2 points. Find the midpoints of line joining these 2 points. Here you use the midpoint formula. You know that x1, y1, x2, y2, x1 plus x2 by 2. That is 3 plus minus 7 means 3 minus 7. 3 minus 7 is minus 4 by 2. And y1 plus y2 by 2. 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 by 2. So you will get minus 4 by 2 is minus 2. And 12 by 2 is 6. So minus 2, 6. Option B is the answer. Note down the answer, option B. Then you take the question number 19. A 2 minus 2, B minus 1x. If the distance between line joining between these points is 5 units, then find the value of x. Here what is given? The distance between the line joining between these 2 points is 5 units. What we have to find out? We have to find the value of x. So you consider these are x1, y1, x2, y2, then square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is equals to what? 5 is there. x2 is minus 1. x1 is 2. So minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 whole square plus y2 is x minus minus 2 whole root equals 5. That becomes minus 3 whole square. You will get 9 plus x plus 2 whole square equals 5. Then you take the square here and cancel the root. Then it becomes x plus 2 whole square equals, you will get 5 square minus 9. 5 square is 25. 25 minus 9. Then you will get x plus 2 whole square is 16. Then x plus 2 equals square root of 16. So you got x plus 2 equals plus 4 or minus 4. Then if you take plus 4, it becomes x plus 2 equals 4, x plus 2 equals minus 4. Then x equals 4 minus 2, you will get 2. X equals minus 4 minus 2, which is equals to minus 6. So the values of x are either 2 or minus 6. So then what is the answer here? You got x equals 2 and x equals minus 6. Here you observe, to remove this root you must take the square here. Then here you transfer this to the RHS. So you will get this one. Next 25 minus 9 is 16. So take the root here. You will get x plus 2 is equals to square root of 16, which is equals to plus or minus 4. So if you take x plus 2 equals 4, you will get 2. If you take x plus 2 equals minus 4, after transferring 2, it becomes minus 4 minus 2, which is equals to 6. So you got the answer, x equals 2 and x equals minus 6. Option C is the answer. Then you take the next question, 20th question. A minus 40, B 40, C 03. Find the type of triangle formed by joining these points in Cartesian coordinate system. Here, type of triangle formed by joining these points in Cartesian coordinate system. To verify the type of triangle formed, find AB, BC and AC, the sides of the triangle. To get AB, use the distance formula, that is, you consider these are x1, y1, x2, y2, x2 minus x1, that is 4 minus 4, you will get 8 square. And you know that here 0 minus 0, you will get 0 only. Then square root of 8 square is 8. Again you take BC, that is x1, y1, x2, y2, x2 minus x1 whole square, that is minus 4 whole square, BC, x2 minus x1 is 0 minus 4 whole square, you take 4 square, and 3 minus 0, 3 square. Then you would get 16 plus 9, which is equals to 25, 5. Then find AC. Consider the x1, y1, x2, y2, x2 minus x1, that is CA. x2 minus x1 is 0 minus 4, you will get 4 square, plus and 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0 is again 3 square, you will get again square root of 25, which is equals to 5. So here two sides are equal. Two sides are equal means it is isosceles triangle. Then you write the answer. Option A, isosceles triangle. Note down option A, isosceles triangle. Then you take the question number 21. Ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. If the value of the roots of the equation are equal, then the value of c is. Here you write b square minus 4ac equals 0. Why we have to write b square minus 4ac equals 0? Because the roots are equal. If roots are equals, b square minus 4ac equals 0, then here what you have to find out? You have to find the value of c. So we note down minus 4ac equals minus b square. Here you solve for c. In the first step, transfer b square to the RHS. Then c equals minus b square by minus 4a, which is equals to b square by 4a. Then what is the answer? Option D is the answer. B square by 4a. Then you take the next question. Question number 22. 3x square plus 7x plus 4 equals 0. The nature of the roots of this quadratic equation is. Here again you find the value of b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. b is 7. 7 square minus 4. a is 3. c is 4. 49 minus 4 3 is 12. 12 4 is 48, which is equals to 1. So 49 minus 48 equals 1, which is greater than 0. So the roots are real and distinct. Roots are real and distinct. So you take the option B is the answer. Here to discuss the nature of the roots, we have to find the value of b square minus 4ac, and b is the coefficient of x, a is the coefficient of x square, and c is the constant. Then you take the next question. Standard form of the quadratic equation in the variable x is. Standard form of the quadratic equation in the variable x is. You know the standard form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. You must know it. If you know the standard form of the quadratic equation, you can recognize the answer directly. So ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Then you take 24th question. X plus 3 into 3x minus 2 equals 0. Roots of this quadratic equation is minus 3 and another one is. How will you get another one? Here one root is given minus 3. You will get that by x plus 3 equals 0 and x equals minus 3, and other you will get from this, that is 3x minus 2 equals 0, 3x equals 2. If you transfer it to RHS, then x equals what? 2 by 3. X equals 2 by 3. So the other root is 2 by 3. Option C is the answer. Then you take the question number 25. The sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers is 25. This statement can be written in the form of a equation. Written in the form of equation. Here, sum of squares of two consecutive natural number. The two consecutive natural numbers are x and x plus 1. Sum of their squares means x square plus x plus 1 whole square, that is equals to what? 25. X square plus x plus 1 whole square equals 25. So what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Note down the answer, option C. Then you take the next question, question number 26. Cos 90 minus theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. Complementary of cos theta is sin theta. You know that is option B is the answer. Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. Then you take the next question, question number 27. Sin 60 degree into sin 30 degree. Product of these two, this equals to. Product of these two equals, you must know the value of sin 60 degree and sin 30 degree. What is the value of sin 60 degree? Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. What is the value of cos 30 degree? That is 1 by 2. So root 3 1 to 1 is root 3 by 2 into 2 is 4. So root 3 by 4 is the answer. Note down, option C is the answer. Root 3 by 4. Then you take the question number 28. Find the value of cos 48 degree minus sin 42 degree. This type of questions are solved many times. So you convert one into other. You know that 48 degree and 42 degree are the complementary angles. And you know that complementary of cos is sin and complementary of sin is cos. So convert that into, you write cos 48 as it is. Then sin 42 degree means 90 minus 48 degree. Then you take cos 48 degree minus sin 90 minus 48 is also cos 48 degree. Cos 48 minus cos 48 degree is 0. Or otherwise you can convert this also into 90 minus 42 degree. Then you will get sin 42 degree minus sin 42 degree. Again that is also equals to 0. Anyone you can convert. Don't convert both. So what is the answer here? Option B is the answer. Note down the option B. Then you take the question number 29. 1 minus sin square theta into sec square theta is equals to. You know the value of 1 minus sin square theta. 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta into sec square theta. Then you know that they are reciprocal of each other, you will get 1. How is it? Cos square theta into 1 by cos square theta. 1 by cos square theta. Sec square theta is nothing but 1 by cos square theta. These two cancels, is equals to 1. Then what is the answer? Option E is the answer. You must know the trigonometric identities. 1 minus sin square theta is equals to cos square theta. You must know that. And also you know that the reciprocal of cos is secant. If you know that, then you can simplify it and you will get the answer. Then you take the next question, 30th question. The ladder is inclined to a wall making of an angle 60 degree. If the distance from foot of the ladder to wall is 9.5 meter, then the length of the ladder is. Let us have the rough sketch here. It is given that it is a ladder. You consider the length of the ladder is x and the inclination, angle of inclination is 60 degree. Distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is 9.5. Here you can use the trigonometric ratio having the adjacent side and hypotenuse. You know that it is a hypotenuse and it is adjacent angle for the adjacent side for the angle 60 degree. So the trigonometric ratio having adjacent side and hypotenuse is cos theta. So you take cos 60 degree equals adjacent side, that is 9.5 by hypotenuse x. Then cos 60 degree. What is the value of cos 60 degree? that is 1 by 2 equals 9.5 by x. Then x equals, do the cross multiplication, this into this into this, 9.5 into 2. Know that 9.5 into 2 is 19. 5 2s are 10, 1 carry, 9 2s are 18 plus 1. So you will get 19.0. Then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. 19.0, which is equals to 19. So 19 meter. Then you take the next question. Question number 31. 100 root 3 meter building is viewed is from a point 100 meter away from the foot of the building. The angle of elevation is. Here consider it is a building and it is viewed from a point 100 meter away from the foot of the building. And what is the height of the building? That is 100 root 3. Now what is asked here? Here angle of elevation, theta is to be find out. So you take, this is the opposite side for this theta and this is the adjacent side. The trigonometric ratio having opposite side and adjacent side, you can have, that is the tan theta. Tan theta equals opposite side 100 root 3 by 100. So you will get root 100 cancels. Then tan theta equals root 3. Tan how much is root 3? You must know that tan 60 degrees is root 3. So theta is equals to what? Theta is equals to 60 degree. Therefore, what is the angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is 60 degree. Then next you take question number 32. Mean equals 27. Median equals 33. Then the value of mode is. The relation among mean, median, mode. Empirical formula of the relation mean, median, mode. You know that 3 median equals 2 mean plus mode. So you can have 3 median minus 2 mean. 3 into median is 33 minus 2 into mean is 27 equals mode. That is 99 minus 54. Then you can have 9 minus 4 is 5 and 9 minus 5 is 4, 45. So here mode is 45. Then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Then you take the next question. Question number 33. 15, 8, 14, 16, 19 and 15. Calculate the value of mode. You know that mode is the most repeated score. Here which is most repeated? You know that 15 occurred 2 times. That is the score occurred maximum number of times. That is the most repeated score. Therefore you can take 15 is the mode. Note down the answer. 15, that is mode. Then you take the question number 34. The calculation of cumulative frequency is used for determine which of the following. Here cumulative frequency CF. CF can be used to find mode and this also can be used to find median, but indirectly by using the mode and mean. You can find the mean by using the empirical formula which says the relation among mean, median, mode. So that you can select the answer. Which answer can be noted here? That is all of these. So you take the option D is the answer, because cumulative frequency is needed to find the median. Cumulative frequency is needed to find the mode. By using these two, you will get mean. Therefore, you can take the answer D. Then you take the next question. A cylindrical shaped pencil is sharpened. After sharpening, the solid formed will have the have these solids in joint form? You know that first of all, originally the pencil is in the form of cylinder, and if it is sharpened, the upper portion becomes the conical portion. So here you will get the sharpened part is like this way, and the remaining part will be like this way. In this way you get cone and cylinder. Therefore, what is the answer here? Cylinder and cone. Cylinder and cone. The sharpened pencil is in the form of the combination of solids, cylinder and cone. Then next you take the ratio of the volume of the cone to volume of cylinder if both solids have same radius r and the length h is. And the length is, here it is said that cone and cylinder are having same radius and height, and the volume of the cone is 1/3 part of the volume of the cylinder. Therefore, you can take the ratio. What is that ratio? 1:3. Note down the answer, 1:3. Cylinder volume is 3 times the volume of the cone. Therefore, you can take the ratio 1:3. Then you take the question number 37. The surface area of the sphere having radius 7 cm is. Surface area of the sphere having radius 7 cm. Here you use the formula. What is the formula to find the surface area of the sphere? 4 pi r square, which is equals to 4 into 22/7, the value of pi, into r square, 7 into 7. R into r, that is 7 into 7. So you can cancel 7. 4 22s are 88 into 7. 8 7s are 56. 8 7s are 56 plus 5, 61. So it is 616 cm square. 616 cm square. Then you take the next question, question number 38. The correct formula to find the volume of a frustum. You know the formula of the volume of the frustum of cone, that is 1/3 phi h into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. So option C is the answer here. Note down the answer. Option C, 1/3 phi h into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Then take the next question. The volume of the cylinder formed by two solid sphere is. Volume of a cylinder formed by two solid sphere. Here increases, decreases, increase by twice, remains same. Here volume will not change. Volume remains same. So note down the answer here. Option D. Then you take the last question, question number 40. If a point P divides a line segment of AB such that PB by AB equals 3/7, then AP is to PB is. Now you consider AB is a line. P divides such that PB 3 part and this AB 7 part. So here you know that 3 plus 4 is 7, so it must be 4 only. AP is to PB. So here what is asked? AP is to PB. So 4 part for AP and 3 part for PB. So 4 is to 3. Option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Here you note that the ratio of the PB and AB is given here. So if it is 3 means for AP how much part remains? 4, because this whole is 7. Therefore the ratio becomes AP is to PB is 4 is to 3. That is the completion of this question paper.